There we are. We are live. Good evening, everybody. I get to be your host this evening. My name is Joel Dunn. My amazing wife, Stefani Dunn, is on here as well. But we are in two separate rooms today because we're both going to have stuff to talk about. So I hope you guys are ready. This is going to be amazing. We've got it recorded, so don't worry. You'll be able to go back and watch it all over again if you miss it and you don't get the notes, because we don't repeat ourselves unless it's ready for you guys. All right. So, Stefani, you're on here. Where are you?
I am.
There you are.
I was like, turn the music off. I can't hear you. Oh my gosh, you're so
You're funny.
funny. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. I made Joel go in a different room because at the end, he's going to drop a little bit of numbers and some information for you guys of like what's coming. So he's always so good at that. I've got some, which Joel didn't know I was working on some data for you greens. So if you don't know what a green is, I'll share that. But a little bit of who I am. I am Stefani Dunn, number one earner of the company. I've been with It Works for 11 years.
Oh, she's so hot.
Oh my gosh. This is good. That's my funny husband. I'm glad he thinks that. Yes, we want that. He's a big supporter, big cheerleader. He was the one that believed in me when I got started. So we always need that person, in our corner, like who believes in you. So we are there for you. We know you need that, and we're here to encourage you. And just know we are thankful for you, and that I started as a distributor, just like many of you, and just worked our way up, went through highs and lows. And so a little bit of you may or may not know our story. And we went through bankruptcy, through hard times. I still have my menus from where we got free food for churches. And this business just opened up doors that I'm just so thankful for. And so going into November, it's just, again, it's such a month of gratitude and remembering, like, we should do that every single day of the whole year, not just the month of November. But right now, if you have forgotten or you've slacked on some gratitude, a great time to do it is November. It's such a good reminder. And I'm just so thankful for all the blessings that It Works has just brought into our lives. And that includes you. We wouldn't know so many of you if it wasn't for this business. And I just can't think not having you in my life. So I'm super, super thankful for each of you and what this business is going to allow you to do and to give back. And so that's me in a little bit of a nutshell. I wasn't going to go there tonight, but I am just so full of gratitude in so many different levels. And when you start your day like that, things just go right. So the day in the life of a distributor, a successful distributor. I hope that was good. Like, I didn't tell the girls what we were going to title it because we kind of had like a mastermind this morning. And just, it's a new month. It's new goals. It's a fresh start. And sometimes people need that. Okay, it's the start of the month. I'm ready to go, like fresh start. And so some of you, that's exciting. Some of you are just like, you know what, doesn't matter if it's the end of the year or what, this is my fresh start and we're going to move forward. And how can we do that? And how can we utilize that time and what we can do with it? And these girls that are sharing tonight, we were all kind of on the same page, like just making things a little bit easier and how we can do all that. And one of the things, I'm going to bring them on a little by little and let them share a little bit of who they are and that kind of stuff. So be prepared. I want you to take notes. The things that we're going to talk about tonight it's really simple. It's just applying it and reminding ourselves every day. And so I hope that you have your planner or you have a notebook out, you have something to write it down with. If you need to, go back into the comments and look for your steps to success. Sometimes it's really good just to print those out and have them fresh. And I was like, wow, when was the last time I actually posted the steps to success under the comments at the beginning of the month? It's usually a Ruby chart, but not the steps to success. So you're going to hear us talk about fundamentals, because that is truly what builds you all the way to the top. 3 people is all it takes to get you to the top. And so why we don't drill that home a little bit more, I don't know. Sometimes life happens and it gets crazy and we get on runs and we're like host to post and all of the things, but we're really going to talk about the fundamentals to keep you going and what you need there. So first things first, make sure you print off that steps to success or that Ruby chart. We don't say it just to say it. It is really that guide that will lead you all the way to the top. And from a corporate perspective, you're going to see that too. So not just from me saying that, you're going to see this a lot more, right, Joel? I think you've heard that a little bit more. We've been on some secret fireside chats and hearing some things too. So we're going to do that. Write down your goal for the month. Are you going for Ruby? Are you going Emerald? Are you going Diamond? Where are you headed? So that's kind of your that's kind of that goal. And some of you are like, I'm brand new. I don't even know what a Ruby is. So that's okay. You're going to learn by the end of this. But also, what's that money goal? That's kind of where I was at when I started was, God, if I could make $1,000, actually $100 is a lot. So some of you might be like, I want to make an extra $100 this month. How do I do that? So not only are you going to write a goal of like Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, some of you might be on, but also that monthly goal. And how can you add to your check if you weren't happy with where it's at? How can we build to that? So make sure you know what it takes, because we'll break that down at the end of how to do that. So those are some simple basics that we just need to make sure that we're focused on. But we have all these social medias and we should be learning when to do all this. So Taylor is going to come on. She's going to share a little bit about who she is. Sweetest thing ever, always positive, always willing to share and jump in and blinders on. Like, I just love that she's just so focused on helping the ones that are with her and all of you guys that, maybe sidelines to her. So Taylor, share some of these things, because your reels, your TikToks, they're, you're always looking so cute. Like all of us, I was like, everybody had a hat on. I should have told Angela you need a hat in for the picture because it was hat day. But you always look like you've got it together. So in the day of a life of a successful distributor or even a distributor, does it always look glamorous? Give us your tips that you do that makes me go, oh yeah, that's so simple. We all can do this.
It definitely every day is not like, no, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It does not look perfect every day. So for those that don't know, just really quick, I'm Taylor Grindstaff. I've been in this business almost 5 years now. At the end of the year, it'll be 5 years, and it's just flown by. And it's just been an amazing ride so far. But we were talking this morning, like Stefani had said, about Reels and TikToks and things like that. TikTok's great and everything, but Reels I feel like is more my jam. I enjoy doing it more. I find it a lot easier to edit things on that. And I mean, it's just your preference at that point. But I do batch recording. So if you don't know like what that is like I take one day, and it's normally on Mondays, where I actually like get ready and look somewhat presentable. I put makeup on, do my hair and things like that. And then I just record a bunch of videos and save them as a draft. I change my outfit occasionally. Sometimes I don't, and that's totally fine. You can, if you don't want to, that's fine. But it breaks it up so it doesn't look like you're doing it all on the same day. I actually did this today because it is Monday. I got ready and everything. But I just recorded a bunch of videos and saved them as a draft, and I'm going to put words over it, edit them and everything, and then post them throughout the week. So a lot of you all may not have time to record things throughout the week. Like, we all have busy schedules and everything. So this is a great way to be able to do it all in one day. Same thing with posts and everything too. On Instagram, I love how Instagram, you can save things as drafts. So this is what I normally do, like for posting or reels and everything. I'll just do batch content. So typing out a bunch of posts and saving them with pictures and things. And if I find, like, if I'm taking pictures throughout the week, I'll just copy and paste it from a draft. But that's what I do to kind of stay organized for content and everything, because we all have busy lives. We all have 24 hours in a day. But some of us can be busier than others. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I know some of you all work still full time. You may be a stay-at-home mom too, but I mean, it's a lot easier to do it all in like one day. It just makes life so much easier.
I just love that because it was a reminder when we were talking this morning of, shoot, we need to talk about that. So getting that calendar out. And if you guys don't have a planner or a calendar, listen, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just go, if you have a printer, go Google a calendar, the month of November, December, January, even if it's 3 months out, print those calendars and start writing batch day. Okay. So it may not be Monday for you. Maybe it's Sunday. Maybe that's the day that you want to take the time to do some of your planning for social media. Going into that, I'm going to give you guys some times as well, when to post, kind of get your engagement up a little bit, and give you some numbers behind that. So I'll do that at the end. But I loved that. I was like, what a good reminder, because the day gets by us quickly if we're not careful and we're not setting our timer. So making sure that you set your timer, your calendar's out there. Again, we're coming into the boom season. So we're preparing you now for even bigger. Yes, we're going to be busy through the season, but what's to come is super exciting. Like, I just get super pumped. I'm just like, this is going to be so good. I cannot wait. So having that plan of attacking. So Taylor's is Monday. So think about that tonight when you're kind of doing your homework, for your businesses. When do you want your batch day to be? Some of you may be uncomfortable doing some videos. So that might be taking pictures of you, or doing videos with your product. I know that's a great place to start, is just even video, how you're making your coffee, or doing a boomerang or something like that. So Taylor, give us some ideas on, okay, you've got the batch. What are some of the things that you have, like, they can write down on their calendar for like a video idea? So this will be helpful for you guys.
So like video ideas, I look at Reels and TikToks a lot and I save them. So maybe, see, my Sabbath is on Saturday, so I'm off my phone on Saturday. Sunday is kind of like a laid back rest day. So I get a lot of ideas and inspiration on Sundays. So I will take 30 minutes or so, and I set a timer for 30 minutes. So I'm not aimlessly scrolling for hours. That's very important, because it's very easy to get caught up in scrolling and you think you're on there for 10 minutes and you're on there for 2 hours. I've done that during a nap time and it's just like, it went nowhere, like it just vanished. So setting a timer for 30 minutes and scrolling through Reels and getting inspiration. So I'll look at a few top leaders, or even sometimes with other people on my For You page on Instagram. It's people with other companies and they still have really good ideas too. So I will save them. I don't know if you know, but like for this one, like you can go to your For You page, like for Reels, and you can hit the bottom 3 little dots and hit save. And it saves it in Instagram. So you can go back and reuse that sound. Same way for TikTok. It's completely the same. So you can use that sound. You can see what they've said and kind of alter it to your own life. Maybe it's a different company, or maybe you've not been able to do this or whatever. Tailor it to your own life. And I love that, because that's where I get a lot of ideas from. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. You just simply reuse things from other people. So it's very easy to come up with content when you do it like that.
Yeah, I find that sometimes at night, that's better for me, like late at night, just to scroll through and go, oh, this is good. I want to recreate something like this, or that wording's pretty good. I want to use something like that. So those are some things. Absolutely. Do you have a content day? So I love that. Anything else that you do for your calendar moving forward for November?
Like from day to day or just overall?
Yeah, so the day in your life. So you've got your batch day. So it's one day. And guys, she may have things going on that she's taking her daughter to the Halloween patch. And I'm going to give you an idea. She's not going to post all of that on her socials. She's going to create those things through her stories. So if you have a lot to share, stories, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second, of why you want to do some of that. But this is really for your 1, 2, 3 or posts a day, however you want to do it. So you've got your batch. Then do you do kind of your KPIs or your training? So what is next for you?
Yeah. So normally every day, like I wake up at 6 o'clock. And then from 6 to 6:30, 6 to 7, I do my devotion. So I don't even look at my phone or anything, which is something I've implemented recently, and it's just been amazing. It gets your mind right, gets that positivity before you look out into the world and see all this negativity. So filling your own cup up before you can fill others up and deal with problems or whatever. So devotions are first and foremost, and then I go into my KPIs and actually daily routine. So KPIs, I do like commenting, interacting, post to post messages, things like that. And I usually get all of that done within like an hour to 2 hours. And then I'm pretty much good until nap time, which is like after lunch. So I do a lot of my work in the morning before my daughter even wakes up. So I'm not on my phone trying to hurry and get all of this stuff done while she's awake, or you can do it before you go into work. So this is why I recommend setting aside an hour or so to block off that time. And then during nap time, especially on Mondays, I do my recording and everything. But then throughout the week, I do a lot of follow-up messages. I do another round of KPIs, just depending on the day. It can look different every day. But I love this calendar. It's just a simple Ray-Dun calendar I got at TJ Maxx. You can get any type of calendar from Walmart, Target, wherever. But I love this one because it has it has my days, and then it also has a month calendar. So I love that. So I can write my day-to-day activities or to-do lists and everything, but I also have a month at a glance. So like for KPIs, I have to write it down or it doesn't get done. I know Kia's like that too. Like if I don't write it down, I forget about it, and it's not that important if I don't write it down. So making sure I write down my KPIs and I mark off when they get done. Just something in your mind, you work to be able to mark that off. I also have like just generic things I need to get done for like being a mom and a wife and things like that. But I recommend having a physical planner or calendar because it just makes life so much easier. And then
I love this. This is my life. The calendar is like, I need it. So she said some things, guys. Put your non-negotiables down first. And so what is that? Like, for her, she's waking up and she's spending time with the Lord because that's important to her. And so write that down in your calendar. If that's important in your life, you write that down. And I think it should be written down first. I mean, I really believe that. Like, we're gonna help you one way or another. And Jesus is my man, so he is awesome. So I think you should start your day with that, some gratitude, and it doesn't need to be long. It can be, 10 minutes of just something to get your mind going right. So write that down. I don't know if there's going to be any kids things. Usually there's, Christmas programs and all that kind of stuff. If they're still doing that, that would be a non-negotiable. Write that down. What are some things? Church, if Sunday's kind of your laid back day, it should still be written down. Like, that's important. Dentist appointment, things like that. If you have work and you work from 8 to 4, but you have lunch for an hour, that hour could be used as, okay, are you just going to get your lunch and are you going to do, 20 minutes, setting your timer of setting out messages, building up your algorithm, reaching out and messaging. So there's some windows in there that you're going to be surprised at how much that you can do. So I love that. Calendar is so important. And I think that if you want to be successful, you've got to have some type of system in play for you. And I think almost all of my leaders know, I always tell them this time of year, they're getting a calendar, write it down. I don't care. So what we need to do to be focused, and then you can check it off, or you can look back and go, shoot, I didn't get those things done. It's okay not to panic. You can go, I need to write those down throughout the week, or where can I add to? Because I don't want you to fall short either. We really want to load up. So I absolutely love that. I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth. Key, you said you dusted that thing off. You dusted that planner off and you're ready to go. So tell everybody kind of what's your system? What are you doing to be on track and to be successful? First off, these girls that are on here are committed. They show up when they don't even want to. And I appreciate that so much, because I can be like, if I'm not there, they're going to be on regardless. So I appreciate that. Like, you guys have been with me for a long time on those morning Zooms. So Key, let us know, who are you and what do we got going on?
Okay, I'm Key, guys. I live in Dallas, Texas. I've been in the business since February, and It literally has changed my life. I will say that. Because of It Works, I've actually been able to just live the lifestyle that I've always wanted to live. And that's because I was laid off from my job unexpectedly on August the 28th. No heads up, no 2-week notice, no warning. Just one Friday, they were like, in noon, they were like, okay, because of, the world circumstances, we're going to have to let you go. And your insurance ends on Monday. But, good luck. Hope you figure everything out. And if I didn't have It Works, I don't know what state my life would be in. So I'm very, 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 very thankful that I just followed the direction that God gave me to come back to this business, because it literally saved my life. And it put me in a position to really do what I want to do, because the money I got from It Works, I was actually funding my own business to get started anyway. So that's a little bit about me. So my routine is, first of all, I get up and I put a wig on, because if I don't, I'm gonna be a dragon lady, and nobody wants to deal with that. Okay. But one of the things that keeps me consistent is the power hours. Just being able to have people there that are moving in the same direction as you. Sometimes this business can get hard. Sometimes you do take things personally when people quit or they ghost you, and it can get hard. So to have something that is constant and have people who understand, it's like we're our own community. And until you really get in, you don't understand. But like Taylor said, if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen. So I had gotten really lax with not writing things down in my calendar, and I was dropping the ball left and right. And I collect calendars. So I will at any given moment have 3 or 4 running at one time, because that's just my life. If I see something I like, I get it or I gift it. So calendars are really and notebooks, cute notebooks with like positive sayings that keep you encouraged. Those are my saving grace, because I like to write everything down, because sometimes we forget things, and I always go back and reflect on them.
Mm-hmm. It sounds so simple, guys. So if you feel like, God, I've just been floundering or what to do, or, results haven't been coming in, you're doing the daily tasks, you're doing the host to post, you're doing the things. It's okay. Let's track it. We've got to make sure that we've got it on our calendar. We're actually tracking it, because we do start to get lax. It just happens. And it's not, like, oh, we're scolding or anything like that. It's just, whoa, we need to get back on track, because we know what's coming. We need to put that work out right now, because there's so many people like Key that they need this. And social media is making it a little difficult for us to, if we post something, the masses aren't seeing it right now with the election and all of that craziness going on. So we just have to be smart with it, So if there's people that are in your mind, you need to reach out. And, if you have reached out to people, write those on your calendar or your notebooks like he has, and making sure that you're doing that, because it is something that when you constantly are writing those names down and they're following through, it's like they just keep coming back. Or when you feel like, God, I don't have any more to follow up with, you have all of these people that were written down on your calendar to follow up with. Or, if you're scrolling through Instagram late at night or Facebook and you're like, I need to go back to this, write it down. That's how to utilize the calendar smart. And following up, like, oh, I don't have the money, or I get paid then. So how do I utilize that calendar? And those are some things that I'll write down. And if I've got host to post up, or if they bought a sample, are those written down? And those are all, you guys are going to hear KPI, host to post. We have trainings on those. So sometimes it's a good time to go back and refresh and go, this is what I want to do. And yes, host to post are still working. Yes, I'm still gathering customers from host to post. So it's, again, sometimes I want to shake and go, no, just do that work. Like there's times where I don't get anything for a week, and then all of a sudden the next week I'm like, well, hello, you all decide to show up. So you've just got to be consistent and trusting that process, because there is no magic button on it. That's a guessing game. It's really crazy. But the one thing that I know stands true is to be consistent with it, because the only way you're not going to get it is by just completely stopping. And so that's what we want to make sure to utilize that calendar for. Angela, where are you? There you are. I see you now. I was like, where are you? So she almost got all emotional this morning, but I just want everybody to, you show up. Your same thing is mindset and how we outwardly show gratitude and appreciation and love towards others really comes back, and she is that person. She is, she actually had quite a few people believing in her. And I think that when you have somebody believing in you, you stick around a little bit more and you do the things that might seem a little bit harder than normal, or you're like, how they really believe in me to do that. I guess I should do that because they're going to drive me crazy. And so Angela, I just appreciate you showing up and, share a little bit of what you shared this morning on, what you're going to be doing.
First, I wanted to just basically say I love our power hours even more now that they're an hour earlier. I have to laugh that Key and I were so excited. We were on the last one and it was over. And so that's a great feeling. I was like, hey, we're here. No one's here. Not actually, we were late. But it has literally transformed my life. I mean, I am in bed and I know before the alarm even goes off, I have to be up so I can be presentable and in front to be able to get what is going to be put before me. And just to see everyone's faces and to, just be there, it is like our own little group. And if you're not on there, you need to be on there because just the music, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, really, it's exhilarating. So basically what I shared this morning was that transformed my life. When I initially started, it was during my walk time. So whether I was walking or not, I would literally be at the lake trying to run back home so I could get to my computer because you don't have those three little dots on your phone to say what was, say what was being put in the chat. So I'm like running to get back to get on my computer. But I shared that this was not in my comfort zone. See, I'm getting all shaky now. This is so out of my comfort zone. And so it was just like, you got it, girl, you got it. And I'm like, okay, if you think I have it, then let me grab me a cup of coffee and have the confidence in the other hand, and let's do this. So I'm old school. I'm about pen and paper. So I don't do Friday follow-up. I do follow-up every day. If we talked, then you're going on my paper for tomorrow because I'm going to come back. Hey, I know you probably had dreams about this. Are you ready to get started now? So last night, after I heard all of the great stuff from the family call, I wrote down what I wanted to do for the whole week. And before I went to sleep, which I didn't get to bed till 2 o'clock this morning. So I went to sleep, but before I closed my eyes, I said, Lord, please bring the individuals to me that I need in this business. Plus, I just got those 10 codes and they need to be used. And when I woke up this morning, there were literally 8 people asking me about the opportunity. I didn't send them any scripts. I didn't do anything. I just said, hey, I think that you would be absolutely amazing at what I do. If I can do it, you can do it too. Let's talk about it.
I love that because we need to be specific, like, and speak it out loud. Like, why the heck not? Like, she was thinking that, she was praying about that. There are people praying for you to reach out, or, to have post something that makes them reach out to you. And during the times when you feel like, how is anybody seeing me? Are they even liking or commenting? Do they see it? They do. They're watching. More so, sometimes you have people that are watching that, hey, are they going to give up? No, we're not going to give up. We're going to keep showing up. I've been showing up for 11 years. I'm not going anywhere. So just asking, who can come into my business? Who can I help? Who can I encourage? And we have everything that you need. And so I think, tonight too, I encourage you to go, maybe you have a team, reach out to them, tag them. Like, I'm going to try to do better because, again, I am human. I am not perfect, but great reminder for me to reach out and go, who can I reach out to, and just encourage and love on them, and just like, what can we do just to have that community? It is so important. So I appreciate just kind of some open conversation. And Angela, tell them your rank.
I'm a ruby.
She's a
And
ruby.
Dorothy's heels have been, she's ready to go to Emerald City or Diamond all the way.
But here's what I want you to understand. Your rank does not make you a leader in this company. You can be a leader from day one. Now, I don't know if I would have been ready as a distributor, like a leader, but I knew what I wanted. I knew to be successful in things, when I'm committed, you've got to show up. You've got to show up. I played basketball, so you hear this a lot. Mark said it last night. It was like, they need to get this for me. He was a basketball coach too. And I hated two-a-days, but I knew the end result. I knew that if I worked super hard, even though I was crying and wanted to puke, and some days I did puke, and I was like, I don't know if I can get back up in the morning again and do that. I knew it was preparing me for the season. And so right now is your two-a-day season. When you hear Mark talk about that, this is preparing you to be ready for the floodgates to be open. And that gets me excited. So I just knew I wanted Angela to say her rank, because she is going to Emerald City and she is going Diamond and beyond. And she's doing the things that are going to lead up to that. So sometimes we have to show up many times before all of a sudden we're like, how did that Diamond even happen? Like, I was doing that, but God's preparing us to be able to handle for what's coming. So understanding all of that. So we talked about, what is it, the day in the life, and a lot of it is showing up. It sounds so simple, right? That's why I wanted these three on, because they've showed up. They deserve my attention. They deserve to be heard. They have an amazing voice. And so more and more of you are going to be on here sharing, because you have a story, you're important, and God called you to this. No matter what your rank, if you're showing up, we want to hear from you. So be prepared to be on these Zooms, because I think more than ever, I love to hear from the newbie. I love to hear from rubies and hear what they're doing. I hope you guys like that too. Like, it's exciting for me to be able to know that. But Angela, what are some things? So she went to bed knowing she was preparing her planner, her November and also December. So not only planning November, but December, and dreaming about what we're going to be doing. So when you got your planner out, did you write specific things down in your planner, Angela?
Yes, what I did is I went all the way back to when I signed up as a DT, and everyone that I talked to, text, they liked a comment, they went on my hundreds list. So my list is probably 1,000, but it's not hundreds. But I literally went on there and I put down that, okay, those individuals who were excited about the product back in March when I came in, because I'm in my 8th month of pregnancy. I'm hoping to pop a diamond baby out here at least by my 9th month. So I'm right at 8 months. So I literally went to them and I said, I need you to do one or two things. I need you to host a post. I need you to either, yeah, it's my son. I need you to either refer someone to me, or I need you to decide that you want to stop watching and run with me. And Key and I had a Zoom with one of those individuals. So I just went through that whole list. Then after I did that, I went through my loyal customers that I personally put in, placed, or did whatever. And I went back to them and I said, okay, I need to know how excited you were about the product. Will you post the current product you're using, give me a review or referral, or do you want to stop having limitations and you want to earn? I said, do you want to burn while you earn? So burn some fat and earn some money. So
I love that. Yeah.
One of my loyal customers who's about to become a DT. She's like, what do I need to do? I said, well, you're in luck. You just need to take this promo code, go in there, become a distributor, and then we'll worry about all the details, whatever. Because with her, I literally sent her a sample of whatever I could get my hands on. And she said, okay, I want everything you gave me. Her initial order was $300, and then everything went on sale the next day. So she's been with me since March.
That
And
is
I said,
incredible.
okay, it's enough time to quit playing with that. I need you to lock arms with me and let's run this business together.
You guys, that word "I need" is powerful. Like hearing her say that, I'm like, I've never really used that, but hearing you say that, I need you to do this, most people are going to be like, okay. I feel like they would be like, okay, she does need me to do this. I will do it for her. Like it almost softens that person. So I think I'm going to challenge you guys to do that. I'm going to put some wording together, or Angela, I'll have you put some of that wording together that you did, and so that we can share that, because I think that is something that we need to do. We just need to ask, like, hey, I need you to do this for me. And most people are just going to be like, okay, what do you need me to do? Like easy peasy. They're going to go ahead and do that, whether it's a host to post, become a customer, upgrade to a DT, whatever that was. And don't be afraid. She said she got Key with her on a Zoom. So whether that's a three-way call with an upline for some help to seal the deal, whether that's reaching out to somebody that you trust, a diamond, or somebody that knows how to seal the deal, like reaching out for a little help. Maybe it's your sponsor, whoever that is. Like, we want to help seal the deal. And maybe we can do a like another opportunity night Zoom or something too, where it's just talking about some stories and stuff. We haven't done that in a while, so I'm thinking like, let's get through, election, and then we can start talking about a little bit more of that. But I love that. So really, guys, this is going to be some hacks on some things for you guys that we're talking Facebook. Facebook is not dead. It is still one of the top used platforms of all of social media. So yes, we talk about Instagram, we talk about TikTok. Absolutely. If you can utilize all of them, that's fine. But if you're more comfortable in one, you just need to understand how to use the Facebook the right way and break the algorithms. My husband will probably be happy and proud of me on these things. So when he gets to the numbers, you guys will love me on this. So hack one is the frequency of your posts matter. So 1, 2, 3 posts a day. What matters the most is that first post. Okay. So generally, if you're paying attention, I'll post these in the team pages, so you guys have these too, so you can actually have them. I just wasn't going to put them up in the chat. So don't worry about the likes or comments on the post, but understand that the very first post that you do is the ones that matter and will get out more. So here's another pro tip that goes with that is use Facebook stories when you have a lot to share. So like we were using with Taylor, she's got her day that she does her batch of videos and stuff, and she'll post, you guys know, you'll take a bazillion pictures. You're like, I want this one. That's your post for Facebook, but all the extra stuff, videos, and do that. Even if it's a boomerang going down the road, like what's the weather? People love to see all that. Post those in your stories to get up the engagement. So use Facebook stories when you have a lot to share and stories. Keep the best content for your feed and all the other things to your story. This will help people to get to know you, trust you, and like you. So if you're getting other products in the mail, do that too. We can share other things. This is where my husband will be impressed. 62% of people using Facebook are more likely to engage in a business or product post in your story that pops up. So I'm proud of that number, hearing that. And these are within the last couple months. So I wanted to make sure that I was giving you guys not Facebook algorithm from 2 years ago. This is real time and how we can break some algorithms. So if you guys have anything to say on that or something too on the chat, like make sure that you do that. But so utilize that. So that's when we're talking about stories and videos, like Taylor's saying, the reels, people are more likely to look at that kind of stuff and then go click and see what you have to offer. Provide value in your post. So think about the ways you can help people. Post different valuable content to help keep your followers engaged. If your post provides value, your users will come back. So recipes, this time of the year, people are talking about Christmas trees, all kinds of stuff. What is going to add value to them? Some hacks that you can give, like what are you doing? It's important to have a brand, but more important to have valuable content. So always look for what your followers respond to. So you guys know this. If you're posting a picture, it could be like Taylor, I'm just going to pick on Taylor a little bit, or Key, like her wigs. Like her hair was not like that this morning. She had a completely different look this morning. So I don't know what look she's going to pull out, but she's going to add some value because she's going to be talking about a wig or where to get that or something. Does that make sense? Taylor, and she could get a bazillion likes. Taylor could be talking about her adorable little daughter and what they're doing and get all these likes, post something else, but what they want to see maybe more of her daughter. So for me, it's like Joel or like family stuff, you know, like, okay, I guess I need to kiss my husband a lot more because those, it's like lovey, like they just love to see that. And so I'm not gonna not post it because I really do. It's not fake for me. Like I really love him. So that's where I know, okay, I need to boost things up. Where do I need to boost that up and get some stuff out there? So make sure that you guys are doing a little bit of that. So here's the thing, create genuine conversation. Facebook wants its users to create conversations that are authentic. We know that. So asking questions on your post also gets a lot of attention. This is some key words that you guys are going to want to write down. Try beginning your questions with who, would, should, or which. Who, would, should, or which. But also remember starting the question with why or how can be a blessing and a curse. I'm going to look at it as a blessing. This is because such questions need longer answers. So do you guys ever do that? You see a post and you're like, man, it's going to take me a while to give a comment on that. You know, I have to think about it. Some people will do that, but here's what was shocked me when I read this was sometimes fewer respond, but Facebook likes longer comments as it sees it's more valuable. So again, when you're going and you're creating stuff, make sure that you're commenting, not just an emoji, but you're giving some good feedback so that Facebook is recognizing that back and forth. Yeah, the Lisa wants you to remember to read the. So also remember this part, Lisa. Also remember starting the question with why or how can be a blessing or a curse. This is because such questions need a longer answer and sometimes fewer respond, but Facebook likes longer comments as it sees your post as more valuable. So again, this is all kind of relevant stuff. We've been talking about TikTok and Reels and stuff, but I also don't want to forget, like, there's still a lot here. I'm still getting customers for Facebook. So I want you guys to know that. Create conversations and comments. You guys hear us talk about a lot of this stuff all the time, but again, it's the beginning of the month. It's a good refresher. It's important to keep posts running. So for this, you need to reply to some comments. So get a post up. If somebody comments, go and comment. You don't need to do wait for everybody then comment. Keep it going. Kind of just keep that going as long as you can. Sometimes you can go back later and it'll bump it back up. So if you had a really good post or a giveaways post, don't be afraid to be like, I'm getting to all of you. And it'll bump it back up so that Facebook's like, it's relevant. I want to keep this going. The other one is hack 5 is length of your videos. It really matters depending on your content. So keep it short, to the point, less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes is pretty long, especially nowadays with TikTok and Reels. They are like 15 to 30 seconds. Like that is scary that our attention span is that short. I mean, I get it because I try to do our Zooms pretty quickly. I'd like to just do 30 minutes. Be unfiltered. So many things are unfiltered. Like today Joel just went live and I get more when there's no filters, no nothing. It's just crazy to me. This one I didn't even recognize and I was like, dang it, I should have read this before to refresh my mind and get it right before I did my live. It's not recommended to use phrases such as share this video, comment below, or tag your friends. And I'm like, share this, tag the person if you know them. And I'm like, no, because listen to this. Not only should you refrain from writing this, but also saying them in live videos. The algorithm is listening to our every word. And you guys know that because that random ad pops up and you're like, how do they know? Like, what is going on? So it's scary and weird. And I'm like, dang it, I want to redo. But this made me go, okay, hopefully you guys can get that. Write these things down on your calendar as a reminder. Like these last few are really going to help me to get back on track of things. And I'm excited. So saying those can just decrease the number of views that it gets out. We want to increase. So we're going to make sure that we're not going to use these, but we can use phrases like share the love or smash the heart button. So it's a little bit different. So I like that. So we can be creative in it, but I was not creative today. I'm not very creative, I guess. I was like, share this video, tag the person that wins. Hack 7, engage with your friends a few minutes before your content. And we talked a lot about this on KPIs, on doing anything like first thing in the morning, obviously get your mind right. But I like to go and do happy birthday. So I'm building up something before I'm actually going and posting. So that can be with birthdays. That could be with your, like Angela just said, she goes back the next day and follows up with people. So she could be commenting and really engaging on those people. Go to your Facebook Messenger and see who's online and say hello to them. This helps in warming up your Facebook algorithm. I hope this, guys, is helping you or kind of refreshing, because to me, it was kind of like, I know these things, duh. Like, why am I not doing it? Some of them I didn't know, like the percentage. Next, post your content and start replying to the comments under it. And this was what I just kind of shared. The more active you will be, the more views you're likely to get. Tip, go and comment and like on other posts. Same thing, we share this all the time. It goes both ways. What you give out comes back to you. So again, we want to be a boomerang constantly. So before you go posting on social media or doing Facebook Lives, go and comment and like on people's posts. I would, if you know that there's certain people that always comment and like, give them a little bit of love, but go to those it works people that you really want to see or can get a good conversation with back and forth. The last hack, because Facebook rewards those who engage. So you want to make sure that you are engaging. Last hack, what is the best time to post? I think a lot of people ask this question all the time. Generally, it's like 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 7 p.m. You guys can go tonight after and actually search that. And it's constantly changed over the years, but it'll give you a graph of the best time to post on Facebook and Instagram. And you can even look in your, what's the word? It's like the little graph thing in Instagram or Facebook. Like, Joel, do you know what word I'm looking for? Settings, or not settings. I'll have to go into it. It's going to drive me crazy.
Your insights?
Yes, my insights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you. You should be on with me. So a lot of people suggest posting when more people are online, yet posting outside of your business hours gives great results too. So say that, you guys were creatures of habit, right? Like, we generally wake up at the same time. We have the same routine. We're brush our teeth. We probably go to the bathroom, go get our coffee or drink our celery. Like, we're really robots. And so we need to break some of those things. So if you're like, you know what, I never post at 9 p.m. or 11 p.m., go see what that does for you. You might be surprised. And all of a sudden you have all these messages that you wake up to in the morning. I think that's the beautiful thing about this, is you can post and people can come back to you. So those were just some of the hacks and seeing the numbers and going, okay, we talk a lot about the things, but understanding how to utilize that in your calendar. So writing those things down and going, okay, I want to start posting at this time. If you're a creature of habit and you get good results, that's fine. But again, remember some of those key things. Was that helpful for you guys, getting some of that out? If it is, drop a yes in the comment for me. Since this isn't live, I can get interaction. I was like, oh my God. So good. I'm glad, because I thought, Cal, this is just something that we need to know. So you guys are all going to know. You're going to get out your calendar. You're going to get out your steps to success. You're going to get out your Ruby chart. You're going to be a product of the product. Like, I am in the process of moving, and I have been eating like horrible because we're just taking anything we can eat, and trying to pack up a big house is interesting. So it's been crazy. So I'm ready to get back on track with my products and my eating and working out and all of those good things. So, what do you want your next 3 months to look like? What do you want 2021 going into? And taking the time to write that down, start showing up, being like, I'm going to show up because I know what's coming. And I've had some conversations with a lot of you. God has made it very apparent to me who I'm supposed to work with. And even when I'm not around, it's, people will step up to the plate. And so it's okay. We all have life. We don't want to beat ourselves up, but I want to get back on track, and I feel really good on where we're going, like more so than ever. I just had this, like, I'm not gonna lie, October for me, guys, was a super hard month. My husband knows that. I'm not usually open because I'm a strong person and hold it together. I have a lot on my plate as a number one earner of a company. There's a lot that rests on my shoulders that I'm human. And when you have life thrown at you, I just don't want to let anybody down. And I was like, this is too much. I'm not sleeping. I'm like, had all this anxiety. And I know I've got prayer warriors, and it's amazing. It's like, and I think Joel could see this shift. Like all of a sudden I was like, I'm feeling good. Like I feel like everything is just gone and I'm in a really good place. And I've got to go post like, she's back. Like you better watch out, because I know when I'm on, like I'm on fire, and you guys know that. Like you get communication with me more, and that's just what we need to do. So if you notice, people not showing up, which is sometimes sad, if we notice that people aren't showing up, don't assume anything, just life, and just check in, and let's do that. So if you guys see each other on Zooms and stuff, and then you don't see them on, let's just take the time to be like, hey, how are things going? And I'm going to do a really good, better job of reaching out and just encouraging, like I said at the beginning of this, to be like, hey, this is where we're going. If we don't hit our goals, we're not going to beat ourselves up, but we have a plan, and this is what's going to happen. We've got the steps for a reason, and that's what we're going to stick to. We've got our planner out. I love that you just got to hear from, people that are just making it happen, that are no excuses. Big things are happening for them because they just continue to show up. So I just love that you guys are, it's weird. Like I felt like once everything was lifted, I was getting messages like, I'm going to Emerald, I'm going Diamond, this is what I'm doing. Like, what? Okay. So it's very apparent of, this is who we get to work with. And I love that. I love that we know we're going. Taylor's like 70 BV order going in. So I know, like, it's just fun seeing all of that. And so being more active in team pages, if you guys, probably most of you are in the team page. I didn't share this out with a whole lot of people. We're going to shut that page down. We're going to be more organized. I talked to Joel a little bit about it today, and I just want it to be easy, because there's a lot of old content. So we're going to start to clean that up. It's such a good feeling to be able to clean it up. I'm not worried about you guys are going to go post and be like, I want in the new page, but we're really going to make things relevant and what's moving forward. And if it's 100 people, it's 100 people. I just need to know, who am I taking with on this next huge run, because I'm going and it's exciting. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to swing back through before we end and go. Angela, did you have any last minute? I didn't get you talking a whole lot, but any last minute things that you like, need to do this?
One thing that I knew that I needed to do is the key thing is customer service. So if you haven't talked to your loyal customer, I sent out these thank you cards with a hydrate or a energy in it. And I just told them that I wouldn't be where I was without them. And I wanted to thank them, and that if they love my product, just to go ahead and give me, 5 to 10 names, and I'd appreciate them even more. So, and then I rolled into, with that being said, this is what our loyal customer program looks like. So I just wanted to make sure that they know that out of everything that I offer you, I'm the key ingredient. You may have gotten 3 products, but the 4th most important thing is me. And you can reach me text, messenger, call, I'm the key component.
I'm talking, I'm on mute. I'm like, wow. She said this morning, it's okay to follow the right cat. And I do believe that. And she probably was, because guess what? I just got more thank you cards in. You guys can go to Vistaprint, or you can get like she did and write it. We have converted more more people from samples than ever before, because we're taking the time to send these out. You guys know, when you get something in the mail, you love it. You feel appreciated when it doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be one energy stick. Like Angela said, she was just sending free whatever. And then she gets a customer to order like $300 worth of product. You know, if you feel like there's some people that you really want, and I've done this before, is, hey, I have a special, something I just wanted to drop you in the mail. What's your address? Like, if you have some samples and they're sitting around for you, what could you do with those? Where could you lead this month with gratitude? I'm telling you, if you need to go out to the dollar store or whatever, get some thank you cards. I'll just share what I wrote in the back of mine. It's not written, it's just typed because we send so many things out. So making sure that you're doing that, like, that's what we want. We want to keep doing that. And then once they get it, they're going to follow through with you. That is your follow-up lead. So I'm going to challenge, how many people can you have to follow up with for the beginning of the year? So does that make sense? You guys probably know right now tonight, there's people that haven't bought samples, but they're watching you. What if you sent them to go on the greens, an energy stick, a keto coffee, something that you had as a, you know what, I just appreciate you for being around, and I just wanted to share one of my favorite products with you. And, you know, there you go. I think you'd be surprised. So I want to really work on making sure that we're doing that, headed in the right direction. So thank you, Angela, for that quick reminder. Key, any last minute? You got a good one there.
I do. She's my heart. I love her. Just show up and stay connected. It is hard being consistent, but it's even harder in being disciplined. Mm-hmm. But you have to remember how important you are. And if you're not going to show up for yourself, how can you show up for your team? You have to show up for yourself first. So it's so important, especially with the type of business that we're in, to be disciplined and to stay consistent, because you have to fight for you first before you can fight for anyone else. So yes, that's my little tip.
You know, and guys, it's okay. I had to take some time for myself. I'm not using it as an excuse. Did I have a rough month? Yes, but it's not because the business didn't work, anything like that. It's because I needed it for me, and I'm ready. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I just feel really good. So yes, making sure you're taking care of yourself and knowing, hey, there is a team of people. We're all human. We're all going to have those times, but we're going to lift you up, and we're going to make sure, don't be afraid to ask for prayer, because it really works. It's awesome. Like, I just needed it for like 2 weeks, guys. Like, she just needs a lot more right now, but we will get that. Taylor, do you have any last minute anything?
Yeah. Thank you cards are amazing. I actually had ours printed like with our face and family, because we're family. But yes, thank you cards are amazing. And I would challenge you all to track everything that you do. So track how many people that you have put up a hosted post for you, making sure you're getting your 10 every day, how many people you actually engage with, because it's very easy to start engaging, but you're not actually engaging. So just making sure you're writing it down, seeing physically how many people you're tracking. I want to leave you all with this. I love this quote. Work like it depends on you. Pray like it depends on God, and give yourself grace when you fall. Don't stay down, pick yourself back up, and keep moving forward.
So good. And I got it. I was videotaping it at the perfect moment. So that was so, I didn't even know that she was going to do that. But what a way to end this. And I'm actually going to bring on my husband and cast a little bit of vision before the Monday night call. I would say, I'm sorry this went an hour long, but I'm not sorry. I think it's exactly what you guys needed. And I hope that you can see that we're just regular people on a mission to just change lives. And we just are excited for this time of year. I can't tell you enough how excited I get for, I know what's coming. If you just hang on and you do the work and you stay faithful and you stay committed and you stay disciplined. Those are some hard words. Joel, you said something this morning about, it was a word. What did you say? Do you remember?
No.
When you came on, oh gosh, how did you say it? Not being committed. You were listening to something. It'll come to you. It's fine. Never mind, team. I can't. He's always got these just random things that he says, and they're just so spot on. But I said, Joel, I want you to come on tonight at the end. And his gift is he sees you so much more than what we see ourselves. And he's so good at that. He's so good at praying for you, being specific with that, seeing a bigger vision than I feel like I can see, but he sees this whole big picture and so much more. So what do you see moving forward?
Well, first of all, I wanted to give my amazing social media information.
Yes.
Guys, did you know that Facebook and Pinterest did some major announcements yesterday? Facebook found that 2.7 billion people use Facebook every single month. They grew their user base by 35 million people alone in the third quarter. That's a lot of people that you guys have access to. If we're talking about casting vision, just think if you captured maybe 0.5% of that, guys, that's like 3,500 people in your business. That's a pretty solid business. Then we go to Pinterest. Pinterest grew by 26 million users in the third quarter. And they have 442 million active users every single month. So if you're not using Pinterest in some form or way, other than looking for stuff to decorate your house with or food ideas, may be a good idea to start looking at Pinterest as an option. So when we're talking about vision, guys, this is the best part of the year because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the people who are truly committed go through the grind, the grit, the hustle part that, the people that aren't so committed kind of just fall away. So if we're talking about the parable of the farmer planting the seeds, he threw seeds down and some went everywhere. Some went on good ground, some went on rocky ground, some went on ground where the weeds came and got it. Some came where, those hater crows came and ate it all, basically squawking, telling you that this isn't going to work. This is the time to throw your seeds everywhere because we know what happens right after. I mean, we still have a good push this month because guess what? We've got Black Friday. I think it's Black Friday month since everybody's realized that we're not going to be crushing people at Walmart. So they've decided to just go Black Friday month. So you're going to see all sorts of things happening this month that's going to catapult you this month. Then the next thing that we've got, that lull before Christmas. Nobody wants to do anything before Christmas. So, you've got 2 or 3 weeks where nobody wants to do anything. And then it's like December 26th, everybody wakes up and goes, I'm fat and I'm broke. Where's it works? Every year for 11 years, this has happened for us. And every year for the 19 years this company has been in business, this happens. And for the last 3 years, the company has actually realized, hey, guess what? Maybe we will line things up. Like we'll put all the stars in alignment. We'll put the moon in alignment. We'll put all the products in alignment. We'll put all the promos in alignment to not wait for the first. Because we know what happens at the first is everybody makes 2 great resolutions that they give up on 6 hours later. Basically, make more money and lose weight. And guess what we're excellent at? Helping people make more money and helping people lose weight. But here's the kicker for you guys. The people that plant all the seeds right now are the ones that have the biggest harvest that week after Christmas and all through January. So what you need to do now is you need to cast the vision to the people that you're talking to. Because why would they want to get in January after their neighbor and 3 other people that they know got in when they could get in now, especially if you have a code? If you have a discount code, man, there's no reason why they shouldn't be getting in right now because they'll be ahead of that wave. They will get to learn. They'll be able to know how to answer questions rather than having to text you 15 times a day on the second, trying to figure out how to get somebody in the computer, because they are already going to have the skills. They're already going to know what to do. They're already going to be working on that Ruby promotion. Speaking of Ruby promotions, guys, this is a huge time of the year to create that foundation. So make sure that you are working with your team on that vision of what Ruby is going to be for them, or what Ruby is going to be for somebody on their team. Because once the floodgate happens on the 26th, it's one of those things where it's just kind of hold on. Me and Steph talk about riding the wave all the time. And, you know, the professional surfers know when the right wave comes in and they jump on. And we're here as the professional surfers telling you, get ready, the big wave is coming. And we want you to be ready to ride it all the way in. And we want you to be able to tell other people to ride it all the way in. Our best months are January through May, and pretty much with what they've been doing. I mean, look at this year. This year we had unexpected months. Guess what Mark always wants to do? He always wants to win. So he's always looking for new ways to create ways to help you win, to help change your family's lives. And that's where things are going right now. I mean, I know he's already talked about, we've got products that are happening before the end of the year, not to mention products that are going to be happening at the beginning of the year. So if we've already got products that are coming in, and then we've got promotions that are coming in, and then we've got new people that are coming in, guys, get excited, because without being excited, you're just in a rut. Guys, excitement is 98% of it. If you hear Stefani talk, you want to join because you want to be around that energy. Listen to your own energy. Are you drawing people away, drawing people to you, or pushing people away with the energy that you have about this? That is why your excitement level, your belief level, and if you don't have that belief level in yourself yet because you're new, guess what? Borrow it from us, because we see the greatness in you. We see the things that you can't see in you yet. And that's what we're here for you. We're here for you to borrow the belief from us until you get it in you. And then once you get it in you, the next thing to do is pass it on to somebody else. Guys, we are so excited for what's coming. Where I'm like, I can't shake the screen enough to shake you so that you know that, you know, yeah, we had a slow month. Guess what? Every business has a slow month. If every business was perfect, they'd be Amazon or Apple or Tesla, maybe Google. Okay, so maybe there's 4 companies out there that are always they just don't make any sense. But we're going to be one of those ones, because next year is going to be the year that's going to change your life. But the question is, are you going to choose to put in the work? Now, here's why you put in the work now, because the habits that you build now, when there isn't as much compounding happening, the moment that the compounding kicks in, it's going to 10 times the results for the same amount of work that you've been doing now. That's what's so exciting about what's getting ready to come. So I hope you're ready. You're strapped in. This is going to be an amazing week. You guys are going to go out and crush it. You're going to sign more distributors, more customers. You're going to be more excited than you were yesterday. Who's with me? Look at all those hands. It's amazing.
Thank you. You were awesome. I know you had one more thing that you're going to end this with, but before you do that, thank you guys for staying on. We appreciate you. Taylor, Angela, Key, thank you for jumping on and just sharing and letting people know, hey, you know what? Showing up is most of it is just showing up, but having that planner, doing the things. We all come from different backgrounds, but we all kind of had that same moment today of like, we just need to get our planner out and just start tracking and doing the work. Like that's what we do. So I'm excited. So thank you, girls. I know you guys got to go give them some love. I will drop some of those things into the team page. Gave you some heads up. Amy, I see you on. I'm not sure if you're in the hotel or not, but she didn't have heat or anything over in the Detroit area. So she's like, we got to go work. We got to go get some heat. So then, of course, the heat goes on in her house, but she's in a hotel. So enjoy that. But Joel, you can go ahead and end this call. I know he's going to pray for all of us and having an amazing, amazing week.
All right, guys. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing group. I just ask that you would continue to go for them and bless them. Just ask that you would bring the right people into their business, people who are excited, who are hard workers, who want to change their lives and change the lives of others around them, God. I just ask that you would protect them, keep them safe as they go about this week. God, shine your light down on them. Make them be the light that you've designed them to be. Help them to walk in the purpose and the will that you've created them to be. We know that they're going to go out there and do amazing things and change lots of lives this week. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, girls and guys, I love you. We will see you this week. I'm going to go jump on the Monday night call and go figure out how to build more rubies. All right, guys. Thanks again. See ya.